In this video, you will learn what BMI is, how to easily calculate BMI, its benefit and practical value, severe limitations and drawbacks, celebrity examples that illustrate the problem with BMI, a better and far superior way to determine if your weight is healthy. BMI, or body mass index, was not created in the current era. It was actually created in the 1830s by a Belgian astronomer, mathematician, and sociologist named Adolphe Quetelet. BMI was created to very quickly and very easily determine if someone's weight was healthy or unhealthy. It is a crude tool to assess and categorize someone's weight as it relates to their health. There are 4 defined categories: underweight, normal, overweight, and obese. In the US, we use the imperial system of measurement. This is using inches and pounds. In the US and other countries that use the imperial system, BMI is calculated with the following formula: your weight in pounds divided by your height in inches squared, multiplied by 703. In the UK and other countries that use the metric system of measurement, BMI is calculated in meters and kilograms. The formula would then be your weight in kilograms divided by your height in meters squared. The benefits and practical value of BMI. BMI is a fast and inexpensive way for clinicians and other health professionals, as well as individuals, to determine if their weight is healthy, because it only requires 2 pieces of information: your height and your weight, and an easy calculation. BMI can be used as a screening tool to assess a person's body composition and health status, but it is not a diagnostic tool. With limited information, we can provide a decent snapshot of a person's health status as it relates to their weight. Limitations and drawbacks. First of all, it does not distinguish between fat and muscle. Secondly, you can be fairly easily misclassified into the wrong category. And third, the formula used to calculate the BMI is an oversimplification and has some problems with it. In 2013, Professor Nick Trefethen, a mathematician from Oxford University in the United Kingdom, wrote a letter to The Economist in which he questioned the usefulness of the current BMI formula, calling it a bizarre measurement. Trefethen argued that the formula leads to confusion and misinformation. The height term, he says, divides the weight by too much when people are short and by too little when they are tall. The result is that short people being told they are thinner than they really are, while tall people are made to think that they are fatter than they are. Trefethen actually came up with a more sophisticated and updated version of the BMI formula, and you can use that yourself by clicking on the link down in the description below. We have to remember that one size does not fit all. If we are learning anything in the modern age of medicine and moving forward into the health frontiers, it is that we are all extremely different. And so there are many things that contribute to healthy weight. We have to consider fat to muscle ratio. We have to consider different types of bodies, different body types. We have to consider bone density. We have to also look at gender, the difference between male and female, and then we also have to look at age. Now this part is really fun. We're gonna take a look at some celebrity examples to help illustrate why BMI is a flawed system of calculation and classification. Let's take a look at Chris Hemsworth. Chris is 6'3", and at 180 pounds in his role in Heart of the Sea, he is considered healthy by the BMI scale. Now let's take a look at Chris at 215 pounds in his role as Thor. According to the BMI scale, Chris is overweight. Next, let's take a look at Christian Bale, an actor known for his dramatic body transformations between roles. Now, Christian is 6 foot tall, and in his alarming appearance in his role in The Machinist, he is 120 pounds, and BMI considers him underweight, thankfully. That one we can agree upon. Now let's take a look at Christian at 145 pounds in his role as a crack addict in The Fighter. According to BMI, he is at a healthy weight. Now let's take a look at Christian at 220 pounds in his role as Batman. According to the BMI scale, Christian is overweight. Now here's a fantastic example. Let's look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, multiple winner of Mr. Olympia in his bodybuilding days. Arnold, at 6'2" and 249 pounds when he was Mr. Olympia, is considered obese by BMI categorization. Now, I'm no celebrity, but for the sake of illustration, I have had some major body transformations. So let's take a look at me. Now, you have to promise me not to laugh too hard and not to make too much fun of me down in the comments below. Let's look at myself at 6'2" and 210 pounds. As you can see, I am clearly overweight, at least by BMI standards. Now let's take a look at myself at 6'2" and 180 pounds. Here we can see a clear example of a perfectly robust and healthy weight. So as you can see, BMI is a very crude tool to be able to help us quickly assess a patient's weight status and whether or not it's healthy or unhealthy, but there is obviously some major flaws in this system. BMI does not take into account your waist circumference. BMI does not take into account your body fat to muscle ratio. BMI does not take into account bone density or body type, gender, age. So BMI can be a useful tool when we need a quick and easy estimation of someone's weight and whether or not it's healthy or unhealthy when we only have limited information and limited tools or technology. BMI can be a good tool when applying this to studying populations or trends. Now, if you're trying to use BMI to determine whether or not your weight is healthy, this is not the best way to do that. The better way to do that is to look at your body fat percentage. And the most common way to use this is two devices. They both have electrodes that send a small electrical signal through your body and come back, and then the machine calculates after you've inputted your age, weight, and height, can give you an accurate measurement of your body fat percentage. Now this is going to give you a better idea of what your true body composition is. Because consider this, we will lose weight and then we're like, oh great, I lost weight. Now, if we looked at our body fat percentage, you may lose weight in a bad way. Maybe you kept all the fat on you, but you lost muscle mass. So you lost no fat, but you lost muscle. Now, the other thing, it could look, if you're just using BMI, you could be working out, eating better, just really doing great as far as your fitness and health is going, and you get on the scale after a week or 2 weeks and nothing. You're the same weight. Now, you could become very dejected at this, very upset, but if you looked at your body fat percentage using one of these devices, you would determine that it is quite possible. You could find out that you actually lost a lot of fat, but you gained muscle, and so it balanced out. But the composition of your body has changed. It's much healthier. Now, one tool you use, it's a handheld device and you hold it out and it has little electrodes near the palms of your hands. And then the other one is a bathroom scale. Here is one of the devices that I use. It's by Weight Gurus. Now, my handheld digital body fat analyzer, I cannot find anywhere since I moved here to Austin, but I will link to both of those down in the description below for the exact models that I use. They've worked great and lasted for years, and I've used them both for myself and for clients. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was informative and gave you a better idea of what BMI is, and also, more importantly, looking at your body composition and how we can calculate and track that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And what's your feedback? What's your opinion on this? Please, I'd love to hear from you down below, and make sure you subscribe to this channel for future videos that are going to help transform your life through health, fitness, and personal growth. Until the next video, take care and to your health.